Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about this Olicamp stove. So this looks pretty big. This is actually a 32 ounce Olicamp pot. My gas, it's Olicamp rocket fuel. Inside my stove, inside my Olicamp pot, I have my Olicamp Vector camp stove. Inside my pot I carry a little scrubbing pad to clean it, and a lighter. So this is the Olicamp Vector stove. You can get smaller, more lightweight stoves. They make a micro, which is considerably smaller than this. I got the Vector because my pot the pot holds 4 cups. You know, usually I camp by myself, but every once in a while somebody goes with me. I like to be able to boil enough water in one shot that we don't have to make my meal and then make their meal and that kind of thing. So anyways, this whole thing, all of this right here weighs, I have a scale right here. The stove with the gas canister is less than a pound. My pot, stove, everything weighs 1.5 pounds total. I used to be the guy, and still am occasionally, if I go out on a day hike, I like to MREs. MREs are neat because they have everything in them. If I go for very long, these this is ReadyWise brand, but these dehydrated meals are a lot lighter than this. This weighs 6 ounces, roughly 6 ounces. If we take just the entree from the MRE, 8 ounces. It might be less than that if we take it out of the cardboard pack. In fact, let's do that just to see the difference. We'll take it out. Almost 8 ounces. I realize that's not a lot more, but the more weight you put in your pack, the more weight you carry. So obviously when you're packing in or out, you want everything to be as light as it can be and still be useful, still have all the things you need. This camp stove is pretty handy. We're gonna boil a cup of water to see how fast that happens. I think it's 3 minutes or less, but we're gonna time it. So the reason we're gonna time it is because this takes 3 minutes to boil water. You pour it in the pouch. This says close the zipper and let stand 12 to 15 minutes. So I guess it's not really gonna be any faster. Usually the MRE is, you know, you put it in the heating pack, which of course, the plus side to the MRE is that it comes with a heating pack that's water activated, so there's no fire, there's no flame. You pour water. Let me get this out and show you. I'm talking about. The MRE has a heating pack that's water activated. You pour water into a particular line, you know, at the bottom. You lay this thing down, put it back in the cardboard pack, and you allow it to heat for 15 minutes. So as far as time goes, the stove isn't really any faster, but the MRE, in order to get this with every entree, either you have to buy these individually and carry one for every meal, or you carry the whole MRE. And if you get very many of these, they take up a lot of room in your pack and they're heavy. If you're only going for a day, 1 or 2 of those in your pack. To be honest with you, I've taken these, and this one MRE pack was enough food for 1 day, because there's enough things in it. You get cookies and there's drink mixes and toasted corn snacks. Some of these are good and some of them are not. So it's kind of hit and miss. Anyways, let's boil some water in this thing, see how fast that happens, because that adds time to your 12 to 15 minutes for your bag. So we're going to put this is 1 cup of water. I'm going to turn this up and see. I'm going to start the timer as soon as I put the water on. Let me turn this up. Start the timer as soon as I get it on there. I think it'll boil 1 cup of water in under a minute. So the other reason that I like the camp stove over the MRE with the heaters is that with the camp stove, you can use this to cook other things like fish or game meat, you know, that you harvest in the field, which adds an added value, I think. Okay, 1:10 seconds. It's a pretty strong rolling boil. You can buy cheaper or lighter stoves. This particular one was enough in my price range, and it works well for me. It's not too heavy. It's fast. You know, I mean, obviously the amount of water that you boil and altitude all changes that by, you know, a very short margin, you know. But it works good. These fuel canisters, I haven't ran one completely empty yet, but there's quite a few uses in it, especially if you're only boiling a cup or cup and a half of water at a time, and you do it inside of a 1.5 minutes. These are pretty efficient, and it works well for what I use it for. I'm really happy with it. I would recommend this, you know, for someone who's out buying backpacking equipment, especially if it's your first time. You know what I mean? If it's something that you want to go try, it's not going to be so much money that you break the bank. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Hit like and subscribe.